Good pleasure to see you again. You look like you are a hive of energy despite the voting that took place today, May.
Yes, I'm very energized by the queues.
Just one request, if you could move your mic slightly closer to make sure our audience can hear you.
Yes, good evening to your listeners. I'm quite energized by the queues we see in the different communities. That deals also with the myth about voter apathy. It also vindicates us that South Africans are quite determined to defend the gains of our democracy.
Yeah. In fact, the IEC was just saying right now, as you were walking in, that they think that we've surpassed 2019's voter turnout. We don't have the numbers yet, but I mean, it's incredible when you consider the fact that it was 66.5% in 2019, that we have surpassed that. I mean, your reaction to that?
We definitely would have surpassed the 2019 percentage. But also we have also energized the voter. I will speak for the African National Congress. Our campaign has been a campaign that is focusing on a voting district. Every voting station, we went and campaigned. And we interacted with South Africans. Remember, we had challenges with the last local government elections, and immediately then we had the last general elections. And where we are now, out of the 23,000 voting stations, the ANC is everywhere with 2-party agents in the morning and 2-party agents that are getting in today. But also we have gone to people's homes. We've not done telecanvassing. We've spoken to people, we've listened to people patiently, and together we are here now in the queues. And we're energized because these queues are the determination of what is coming soon in a few hours' time.
I'm keen to understand what people have been saying as you go into their homes, because when we look at social media and the public sentiment and commentary, typically about the ruling party, it's often been very negative and critical. The conversations you're having with people in, or have had with people in their homes?
Many South Africans that we have interacted with. And remember, we don't go to our members. We go and do door-to-door in a voting district. And the issues that they have raised, somebody will say, I am still waiting for my turn to get a house, but I know that there are 20 other people who have had houses given by government, and we reassure them that that's why we have to work together and do more so that then your turn can actually come the following day. Secondly, others would be saying, why have you not been around over a long time? And would even consider, say, precisely because of that, we have reviewed our 30 years of democracy and the latest 5 years of 2019 and 2024. Hence, in this manifesto, we have put it as a contract between ourselves and the people of South Africa that there will be periodic evaluations and accountability. Something that we did with the 2019-2024 manifesto. We took it back to the people, remember? We went to Dobsonville. So the NC's path to renewal and self-correction is actually evident in what you see in the townships and in the villages and the suburbs. Bryanston here in Gauteng was quite amazing. And of importance is that South Africans appreciate the value of participating in deepening democracy and public participation.
As you said, I mean, in your manifesto, you do point out to the fact that you want to do it more frequently, you want to engage the public more frequently. What I do want to ask you is that the quality of your engagement with a campaign like what we are seeing when we're leading to the elections, it's often quite thin, it's quick, it's swift, you in and out of people's homes. We need to talk about real civic education.
Actually, what has been good about this exercise of the ANC is that we have not just been going and dropping a pamphlet. We went into people's homes, we found them cleaning, we helped them.
You were cleaning with them?
Washing.
And as we cleaning, we talk to them so that we don't distract them. We went to communities, and I'm sure you've noticed, if you've been following, we'll spend hours in one street because it was targeted. Every leader of the ANC was given a target. Every branch has been given a target. Every structure of the ANC has been given a target. So it was not just a hit and run. You saw how we invaded KwaZulu-Natal. You saw how we went into Gauteng. You saw what we did in Polokwane, in Limpopo, and now we're everywhere. 23,000 voting districts. The ANC has got no less than 20 volunteers who are moving in and around those communities. Of course, as we do this, there are those who are saying, we're very disappointed with you, but having listened to you, we want to give you another opportunity because it is only the ANC that can accelerate change that has started in 1994 and make sure that things are better tomorrow as compared to today.
I say that because in as much as you've engaged those you've come across, there is the sense that you listen to people from yesterday to today who are still saying, we don't know why our names are not on this. Why couldn't we vote nationally, even if I'm in a different district? Clearly an indication of people not having paid attention, or that we, all of us, have not done our bit in giving enough time to educating the public about how the rules have changed, how we need to participate in this election.
One of the things that we all have to concede to is that we have rules that have drastically changed in terms of the right of a voter. And we did not have an organized institutional civic education. Only the ANC, even now, has got a booklet that explains the rules. But that does not actually make it not user-friendly for any other political party. In the party liaison committee, it is one of the things that we have actually raised. Moving forward, the issue of civic education, not just voter education, just civic education to South Africans, about the value of voting, about how to vote, and as well as also adapting to the realities. That Section 24 undermines the unplanned migration of our people in South Africa, because somebody was in a particular area 2 weeks, even 2 weeks ago, then he or she has to move to Gauteng or move to Tsofimvaba for one reason or the other, and today is not being allowed to vote. Of course, that section came in precisely because in the past we have seen people being bussed from one area to the other. And therefore there has to be some balancing, and the only way of dealing with that disadvantage is about civic education and more putting more resources to the work of the IEC and getting non-governmental organizations who must be focused more on making South Africans appreciate the value of casting a vote.
You do believe you're going to stay in government? You're going to remain in government as the ANC?
And we do believe we are going to be in coalition with the people of South Africa, as it has always been. And victory for us is because of the hard-won efforts of forever remaining committed to moving South Africa forward.
In that case, it has to go to schools. Civic education has to go into school, into education.
In the churches, Kaya must actually do that. Everybody, it is everybody's business. Patriotism is very important. We need to promote national identity and pride, and one of those things is to appreciate the importance of voting. One of the lessons we have also learned as South Africa is that, as the ANC, is that moving forward, voter registration must not be an event. It must be something that happens throughout. It doesn't have to be something that happens over 2 days or before elections. It must be something that is, upon you turning 18, you must automatically be
and that active participation.
Participate.
Perfect. We'll have to leave it there for today. I know it's going to be a long weekend for yourself and your peers, but we will be sure to touch base. But again, appreciate your time and insight that you've shared with us today.
Thank you very much, and let's encourage voters to remain in the queues.
Yes.
Thank you for coming through.